Yeah, Leon. So welcome to today's video, which is visual novel Requiem's Echo, starring Leon as Kennedy, made by Highway. This is a demo of the game. This is not a full version, and you can find their games similar to this one on itch.io. I will link it down below if you want to play it yourself. Look at all these stickers and everything. Do it for him, fuck the police. Yeah, actually I will. Oh. And look at Leon's amazing muscles. Girl. I feel a bit sick and my voice isn't like really there. So hopefully I can actually do the reading on this one. Without further ado, let's just dive into this because I actually don't know like what kind of game this is gonna be. Does this have some action or just the visual story aspects? We shall see. Choose a skin color. Huh? Okay, I didn't expect this. Obviously I'm pale as fuck, so... Huh? You step out of the worn out house, the door creaking behind you as it swings shut. The weight of your gear drags at your body, but it's not just the equipment, it's the years. Yep, me at age 27 almost. My knees are fucking killing me because of the standing McDonald's job. You have been preparing for this night longer than you care to admit. Every step feels heavy. But you can't stop. Not now. Your gaze lingers on the windows. Inside, the shadow of your old life remain. A life that feels like a ghost now. Photographs on the walls, dust-covered remnants of forgotten hobbies. There was a time when you had dreams. Other dreams. Wow, this is so dramatic. I like the art style as well. It's really cool. But they have long since crumbled, replaced by a singular consuming purpose. McDonald's. Okay, I will stop. Hunting. You hear it. Birds flapping in hurried ascent. You know what that means. Sunset is close. It's time. Actually, I hope this doesn't have zombies or anything. Or scary sounds. Or action scenes. I don't know. Now I'm scared. The bonfire pierces the encroaching darkness. A lone beacon amidst the towering trees. You finish threading the barbed wire from the tree to tree, building a harsh perimeter around the clearing. A trap with no escape. Your gaze drifts towards the horizon as the sun sinks lower, disappearing behind the trees, casting long shadows that stretch like dark finger clawing at the ground. Okay. Choices. You need to be fast. They'll come soon. Oh no. They actually have zombies. No. Okay. Put tripwires outside the clearing as well. Put tripwire inside. Only inside. Outside? You extend the explosive beyond the clearing, placing tripwires along the outer perimeter. I can't say this for some reason. If any of them manage to slip past the first line of defense, these will catch them. Phew, we save. Tonight, there's no escape. The forest deepens into shadow as you finish setting the tripwires. You're not satisfied, but there's one last step. Pulling out a knife, you make a swift cut across your palm. Letting your blood drip in. Why would I do that? Why would I attract the zombies? Letting your blood drip onto the soil. It's dark, almost black in the fading light, and the ground drinks it up, vanishing as quickly as it falls. You wrap the wound with a strip of cloth, tightening it until the pain is just a dull drop. You don't usually do this. You're already drawn to the living. But today is different. You need all of them to come. Why? Why do I need this? I don't want to. I'm scared that they will have like zombie sound effects or something. You have tried tracking them to their lairs before, but the tunnels are too winding, too deep, too impossible to navigate. So instead, you drop them out, just like they lure humans, using their scent to pull people to their deaths. It's like a brutal contest of hunters, and you intend to be the last one standing. Okay, I actually should have put a PSA, but I actually have not played any of the Resident Evil games. I have watched like Jacksepticeye play them, and that's it. I have not played them myself. I mean, I have a friend who is like obsessed with them, so I know a lot about the games, but not everything inside out. So I'm sorry for the true fans out there. I might not know some things, but I'm here only for the sexy ass of Leon as Kennedy, so can you blame me? Sliding the gas masks over your face, the rubber cool and constricting against your skin. You settle behind a tree. A sharp bang of isolation digs into you. You wish you didn't have to do this alone, but the remaining town folk have changed. So it's kind of the same as in the one Resident Evil? I don't remember. Hopefully editing RAM will figure out what I mean. Consumed by whatever the creatures emit, they have become something else, something hollow. You need to put a stop to this before they sacrifice someone else. The last rays of sunlight disappear, leaving a dense, suffocating silence. It's as if the forest itself is holding its breath, aware of what's coming. Ugh. I mean, this is a good way to build up the story. I feel kind of nervous what's gonna happen. Your hands tremble slightly as you grip the flamethrower, its metal cold, despite the sweat of your palms. As soon as the creatures step into the clearing, the explosives will rip through the first wave, and the barbed wire will hold the rest in place. Then more will come, you will pick them off, wave by wave, until nothing is left but ash. After all these years of hunting, it all comes down to this tonight. Either you kill them all, or they finally take you. Leon's point of view, huh? Oh my god. Leon! Leon! Ashley! Hi, Leon! Hi, sexy! Why do you have that compression shirt? And why does it look so good on you? Leon! I'm blushing. Leon drives into the city, the streets dead and abandoned. Another ghost town, courtesy of Umbrella. Boarded windows, doors nailed shut, like they're trying to keep something out or in. He wonders how many more there are. He thought that after Umbrella's downfall, they had dealt with all of them. But every now and then, another one pops up. He feels it, a prickle on the back of his neck. His eyes flick to a cracked window as he passes, but there's nothing there, just shadows shifting with the last light of day. Oh my god. Okay. How do I make Leon sound like... No, this is troubling. Wait, let me do the line. Where's everyone going? Bingo? I cannot do Leon's voice. I hate it when the neighbors are this quiet. The sun sinks lower, bleeding orange and red across the sky. He sighs, tapping his finger on the handlebars. He wanted to get here earlier, but the mission briefing dragged on, and the local cops weren't exactly helpful. When he asked if they'd seen anything strange, they all gave him the same blank stare. Nope, nothing sure. He's not sure if they're lying, clueless, or just terrified. His GPS flashes, guiding him toward the lab on the outskirts. It's nestled in the forest, up on a hill. Easy enough, right? Just find the missing team, check the lab, get out. Simple. Except it never is. Dun dun dun! Yep, that's Leon's life. Let the man rest. Leon kills the engine and swings off the bike. The silence wrapping around him. The air feels wrong, too still. The kind of stillness that gets under your skin. Okay, Leon, just another spooky forest. What could go wrong? He moves on foot, the ground soft under his boots, dead leaves muffling his steps. His hand hovers near his gun. The path is narrow, overgrown, and the shadows stretch out long in the fading light. Then he sees it, a flickering light through the trees. Leon stops, narrowing his eyes. Someone's here. Maybe it's the missing team or something else. He steps off the path, crouching low behind the tree for cover, watching the bonfire bowls in the dark. Is it me? Is he coming to save me? Oh, Leon, my hero! Leon! Whoever's camping out here has terrible taste in ambience. Hey yo, don't judge me. Then a faint smell hits him. Sweet. Cloying? Cloying? What does that mean? Almost floral. Is he describing how I smell? Okay, is this the point where it starts to get sexual? He grips his gun tighter, muscles tensing as his instincts kick in. This isn't the usual rotting stench of boughs. This is different, wrong. Whatever's ahead, it feels like it's calling to him. The last of the sunlight slips behind the trees. Darkness closes in and the light flickers again, casting eerie shadows that seem to reach for him. He moves forward slowly and steady, his senses on high alert. He's done this before, more times than he'd care to remember. Whatever's waiting in the dark, it's not going to catch him off guard. Leon's head is getting foggy, his senses dulled. He can see the fire now, a huge bonfire lighting up the dark. Why does it kind of sound like... Wait, why is he blushing? I didn't even notice that. I was too into the text. Like, why is he panting and blushing? I don't realize... What the fuck? I didn't realize this. But yeah, why is he acting like some kind of like Omega in heat? Like, am I the alpha? He cute though. Spotting an opening, he steps forward, but something brushes against his chest. A wire. The faint beeping reaches him a second too late. No! Liam fucking explodes. It's the Caleb incident all over again. Guess I really walk into that one. Oh, he stopped blushing. The tripwire triggers a deafening blast tearing through the air. Okay. I'm dead. Huh? Okay. Roll the credits, I guess. Oh wait, I can start again. Okay. Oh goddamn, I didn't expect that one at all. So I choose the outside earlier. So I put inside. They'll be drawn to the bonfire like moths to a flame. Okay. You can skip this and go straight to the Leon's point of view, I guess. Okay, second try. You listen, breath fogging the inside of your gas masks. The forest feels suffocating, every shadow pressing in, thick with tension. A sharp, creaking noise breaks the silence. The sound of Chitino's legs scraping over the dry bark, the familiar clicks and snaps you have come to associate with the creatures. They're here. Your heart pounds, and you steady your breath, the filter air dry and stale against your lips. Fingers tightening around the flamethrower, you prepare to rise from your hiding spot, every muscle coiled. But then, movement catches your eye, a figure slipping through the clearing. A man. You freeze, watching as he steps closer to your traps. Wait, is he? He's disabling your tripwires. Your pulse races, heart hammering in your ears. Without thinking, you sprint from your spot, waving through the traps you have committed to memory. Then I explode. You stop! Your voice comes out muffled, distorted by the mask, but he halts, turning to face you. For a split second, you're taken back. He's not what you expected. Sharp features, piercing eyes, striking in a way that seems out of place here. Yup, you know it. Not the kind of person you expect to stumble into a nightmare like this. Your gaze flicks to his hand, hovering near his gun. Posture tense and controlled. Definitely not a civilian. Okay, can I save here or does it auto-save? Okay, I couldn't save that. Does it auto-save? I hope so. What the hell do you think you're doing? These traps are mine. I personally would say this. So, but now I'm kind of worried that Leon will explode again. Let's go with this one. He raises an eyebrow, unbothered by your tone. These are yours? Yes. How many did you disable already? He tilts his head, thinking for a moment. A few. You curse under your breath, gripping the flamethrower tighter. Just your luck, a clueless outsider ruining the day you have waited for years. Why do you need so many explosives? I'm hunting. His eyes shift to the flamethrower in your hands, then to the barbed wire strung between trees. You have a rather unconventional way of hunting. You take a steady breath. No time for this. You're not from this town, are you? You really should leave. Now. Your gaze drifts to the tree line, where you sense movement. The scent is starting to seep in. That sickly sweet flora odor the creatures emit. Ah! Okay, now it makes sense. He's not wearing a mask. Already you see a slight daze in his eyes. He won't last long if they get too close. The man shakes his head, taking a step closer. Not an option. I got to get to that lab, and this is the only way through. You fidget with the flamethrower, torn between curiosity and frustration. Sexual frustration. No. Whoever he is, he needs to leave. You have no idea what's out there. Turn around, wait until morning. Whatever you're looking for at that lab, it's already been ransacked. But do whatever you want, just not right now. A familiar sound echoes through the forest, the same clicking, the same sickening creak. They're getting closer. He hears it too. He stands shifting, eyes narrowing. What exactly are you hunting? Before you can respond, yellow eyes blink to the life at the edge of the woods, dozens of them, gleaming like fireflies in the dark, shifting as they look onto you. They are more than you expected, likely drawn by his scent as well. You can't fight them all without the explosives. Run. You don't wait for his response. Explosives erupt, the ground shaking underfoot, but the creatures charge through the smoke faster than you anticipated. You dash forward, dodging traps, weaving through the maze of wires and explosives. Hua, 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 hua. You know, sound effects. Leon! Gunshots ring out behind you. You glance back, catching sight of him, firing at the creatures as he runs, somehow keeping pace. Save your bullets, it won't kill them! A sharp crack sounds and suddenly warm air seeps into the mask. A piece of debris must have punctured it. You're exposed now, no spare within reach. You can only keep running. Barreling through the underbrush, you fire the flamethrower behind you. A wave of fire scorching the air. The creatures shriek and stumble back, but keep coming. You see him aim, shooting one of the explosives triggered to a nearby tree. The explosion rocks the clearing and smoke blankets everything. The forest erupting into chaos. Did we survive? Or are we gonna die? You run until you're far away, gasping as you tear off a broken mask. The cool night air fills your lungs, but it feels like failure. Everything you built is gone. The traps, the explosive, all of it wasted. Yeah, thanks, Leon. The man catches up, glancing back at the smoke and fire flickering in the distance. His gun is still in hand, and he looks unfazed. Nonchalant even. Quite the fireworks show back there. Leon with the one-liners. He looks at you, raising an eyebrow. What were those things? You have fought them before, right? Your blood boils, and you throw the broken mask on the ground. It's your fault. It's his fault. It's all your fault. What? I was going to kill every last one of them. I had everything set and you ruined it. You ruined everything. He takes a defensive stance, eyes hardening. Hey, I didn't know you had that place rigged to explode. Maybe next time, leave a sign. You glare back at him. Damn, are we in enemies to lovers arc? Leave, outsider, before you mess things up even further. It's not safe here. He narrows his eyes, looking at you with calm that only makes your frustration flare hotter. Not for me, for you. You're going to get yourself killed if you keep this up. Excuse me? You're the one who almost got yourself killed back there. I'm trained for this. I can handle it. You don't know these things like I do. They lure you with their scent. You want to get to the lab now? Go ahead. You will end up like everyone else who's tried. Dead. He pauses, and for the first time you see his expression soften slightly as he studies you. Did you see a team come through here? A lot of people come through here. They go to the lab, they get what they want, and they leave us to our fate. Or they go and never come back. Whoever you're looking for, they're probably dead or worse. The man looks back towards the forest, his expression turning somber, thoughtful. I need to go to the lab and figure out what happened to them. I'm not leaving until I do. You shake your head, unsurprised. Of course, they're all the same. Good luck. You'll need it. Without waiting for a response, you turn and march away, ignoring the ache in your chest. You'll have to start all over again, rebuild, rearm. Your hand finds the pendant resting against your chest. You grip it tightly, letting the familiar shape press into your skin. I'm sorry. You storm back to the house, slamming the door behind you. The gear drops from your hands, but you barely notice. All you can think about is him, the arrogant outsider, with his stoic, beautiful, handsome face and sculpted abs. You grit your teeth. He's going to get himself killed. You know it. He doesn't even have a mask. The second he gets close to the lab, he's as good as dead. You told him to leave, warned him what was out there. If he dies, that's on him. You owe him nothing. He ruined your plan, your final chance of saving the rest of this town. But the thought of him stumbling into the lab, clueless, gone at you. Why the hell do you care? You shouldn't. Yeah, that's the Leon, like, pretty privilege. He comes in, he fucks up, you still want to save him and fuck him. What? You don't. Okay, it's saved. Leon! Despite the hunter's aggression, Leon decides to head... Okay, are we gonna die? I feel like we're gonna die because we didn't help Leon. Or we are not gonna help Leon. But we shall see. Despite the hunter's aggression, Leon decides to heed her warning. He waits until early morning before heading to the lab. Her sharp words still linger in his mind. He can't shake the thought that she left too abruptly, without giving him a real chance to help. He could have used more intel, and maybe kept an eye on her too. The last thing he wants is to watch another life get swallowed by Umbrella's mess. They have taken too much already. He shakes his head, recalling the fierce determination in her eyes, the way she seemed set on wiping out those creatures at any cost. There's no doubt in his mind that bows are involved here. He's seen enough of Umbrella's twisted work to recognize the signs. It's almost impressive, in a grim way, that she'd held her ground for so long. The lab looms ahead, abandoned and half crumbled. He pushes through the entrance. The hunter hadn't been lying. The place has been thoroughly ransacked. Papers scattered, equipment smashed, whatever was here is long gone. Perfect. More loose ends. Umbrella had too many labs scattered around the globe. It's been nearly impossible to track them all down. Some, like this one, escaped the government's eye, but not the mercenaries. He looks around, wondering what they stole this time, and what it might have led to. Another outbreak, another bioweapon. It's always something. As soon as he finds out what the new threat is, the better. Maybe the rest of the town and that hunter can still be saved. He pauses, his mind drifting back to Spain. The village, the people, so many lives destroyed, so many people who never had a chance. Yeah, that was the game I was talking about earlier, the one with the Spain people. Yeah, I remember seeing Jacksepticeye play that game, but I don't remember which one it was or what the name was. He clenches his fist, wishing, again, that he could stop it all for good. But nothing is ever that simple. He's just one man fighting an endless war. Still, he'll do what he can, like he always does. He pulls himself back to the present, focusing on the task. After rummaging through the few cabinets, he finds a torn notebook, its pages marked with age and crime. It seems like a personal diary of the lead scientist. April 12, 1988. Initial tests with the mold of humans have been promising, through a great cost. Mortality rates are high, but I am confident we will create the most strong enough to receive the progenitor virus. Okay. November 3rd, 1990. It seems to have found a way to reduce mortality rates, but the subjects are changing, disturbingly so. They're becoming moth-like they're like moth, okay. So imperfectly. The process of HGT appears to be responsible. The hybrids are now half human, half insect, emanating a powerful scent that draws humans towards them. The smell acts like the pheromones of female moths, including a heightening arousal state in those nearby. Okay, so I wasn't that wrong about, Leon being all plushy. Masks are now mandatory for our personnel in the test areas. Subjects must remain contained at all costs. This might prove useful for capture new test subjects. August 14, 1992. The town folk whisper about a creature of folklore roaming in the forest, which serves our purpose well. A new development. Subjects have begun reproducing. Their larvae feed exclusively on human flesh. Ugh. I'm uncertain if these offspring will be able to receive the virus, but its potential breakthrough we will continue observation. March 2nd, 1993. Disappointing results. The offsprings are weak, unable to withstand viral integration. It appears that the strength of parents is critical. Only the strongest host can pass on resilience. The weaker offspring have been discharged. Will require more test subjects. Stronger young adults, probably those in their physical prime. This town population will be depleted soon if we are not careful. Leon flips the page, but dozens of entries are missing. Years torn away, leaving only the final one. Frantic, scrawled handwriting, as if the scientist had written it in his last, desperate moments. February 8th. That's Jeonggi's birthday! Let's go! Umbrella has cut us off. The facility is compromised. Someone set the creatures loose. They're everywhere, and the staff have begun to fall. I have managed to escape with my mask intact, but the end is near. There is no redemption for me, but I will seek forgiveness all the same. The church, perhaps, is the last place I will find peace. After that, I leave the cursed town for good. The church, huh? Irradius Hannigan. Relaying the situation and the contents of the diary. She promises to notify the higher-ups and arrange reinforcements, but of course it will take some time. Leon sighs. Reinforcements always take time. I'll send you the blueprints. We have file on the lab. There's mention of an underground facility. Looks like you'll need a keycard to get in. Understood. Thanks. He follows her directions and finds the door to the underground section, but as she warned, it's locked tight. He'll need to get in if he wants to find out what happened to the missing team. Just as he's about to search elsewhere, he hears a faint noise, then a familiar scent reaches him. Sickly sweet, cloying, with a strange floral edge. Didn't the hunter say these things only come at night? The smell thickens. As his head swinging slightly, he snaps his gun up, instinct kicking in as something shuffles closer in the dark. He fires, the gun shattering out, but the creature barely slows, advancing with a twisted, inch-cold screech. Then flames lit up the room. He turns, catching sight of the hunter, her face obscured by her mask. Relief flares up, but it's brief. Hello, Leon! I'm here to save you! Which part of bullets don't work don't you get? Or did you just like wasting ammo? Leon jaw tightens, annoyed replacing his earlier relief. Of course, she has to make this difficult. Ooh, the chemistry, ooh! My point of view. The man catches up with you outside, his eyes narrowed, but you can almost see a flicker of relief beneath his guarded expression. You were following me? Next time, if you want a closer look, maybe just ask. I wanted to see if you weren't as competent as you claimed. You give him a once-over, unimpressed. Clearly not. I had everything under control. You scoff, not even trying to hide your frustration. Ah, Leon, you sexy son of a bitch. Oh my god, you're so frustrating. Woo-woo. Sure, if you plan to stick around, you'll need a mask, outsider. I won't always be here to save your ass. Name's Leon. And I figured out myself. Thanks. You shake your head and turn on your heel, ready to leave him to his fate. I find a door to an underground section of the lab. You pause, glancing back. The creatures probably hide there during the day. That's where their nests are. You would never be able to kill them all without going down there. And? To get in, you need a keycard. He nods toward the lab entrance, then looks back at you, his gaze steady. And supplies, if we want to blow this place sky high. You raise an eyebrow, skeptical. We? I'm not thrilled about this, but you're going to keep hunting them anyway, right? Might as well join the forces. Ka-chow! You search his face for any signs of deceit, but he just stares back, annoyingly calm. And sexy. Oh, so sexy. You don't trust this guy, but you're willing to take any chance to end this, even if it means teaming up. Hey girl, it might not be that bad, okay? Say please, Leon. Ah! I feel like I should say this, so to get it over with, but I kinda wanna say this, to keep up the chemistry, Say please. What? Say please and I'll help you. Are you serious? I'm the one doing the helping here. You cross your arms and wait, watching him wrestle with himself, his pride visibly taking a hit. Finally he sighs. Oh, you sure do make a guy work for it, huh? Ah, yeah. Fine. Please. Leon! Leon! You start to smile as he compliments the sentence. Please try not to enjoy this too much. Your smile fades into a frown. Oh, trust me, I won't. Hey, girl! You pull an old, worn map of the town from your jacket. Oh my god. Leon leans in to look at the map, his shoulder pressing against yours. Ah, Leon. For a moment, you catch the scent of him, sweat and smoke from the fight, mixed with something faintly sharp, like aftershave. So manly. It's oddly distracting, and you step back with a glare. Here's the layout of the town. Most of the gas masks have been destroyed by the townsfolk, but we might find few at the you swallow, your throat tightening fire station. His eyes flick to you, catching the hesitation in your voice. Why did the townfolk destroy the mask? Memories flash through your mind, a class of glassy-eyed townfolks in crazed frenzy, their minds lost to the pheromones, the endless orgies. What the fuck? Endless orgies! The way they practically worship the creatures now, like twisted prophets of some new, grotesque religion. It's against their beliefs. I had a few spare ones, but they got destroyed yesterday thanks to a nosy outsider. Maybe you should get them somewhere safer. And maybe you should have never come here. A faint smirk tugs at his lips, his voice dripping with sarcasm. Then I would have missed out meeting such a charming person as yourself. Oh, Leon, you're flirting to me. Oh. You glare, hating the way he just won't back down, the way he seems to find humor in every jab. Yeah, I mean, people know him as the one-liner Leon. And where can we find explosives? You jab a finger at a spot on the map. Here, the construction site. There should be some left in the crates. With any luck, they're still intact. Leon studies the map with furrowed brow, then nods. The keycard is probably at the church. I found note about it back in the lab. He looks up, meeting your gaze with infuriating calm. You're the local. Where do you want to start? Uh-huh. Ooh, I get to choose. I mean, obviously we should start at the fire station, right? To get the masks. Choo choo, fire truck. You take a deep breath and walk inside the fire station. Just as empty and abandoned as it was the last time you came here. But now, standing inside it again, you feel the weight pressing down harder than before. The memories float back uninvited. The sound of your father's voice, the sight of him in his gear, the pride in his eyes when he talked about the work he did. It's been years, but somehow the pain feels fresh, sharp as broken glass. Leon scans the surroundings, his gaze darting around the room, assessing every potential threat and exit. His stance betrays his training, all business, all vigilance. You, on the other hand, are just trying to keep yourself together, forcing one foot in front of the other, and the last thing you want is for him to see how much this place affects you. The layout's simple. First floor has the main room, storage and lockers. Upstairs, risky. There's probably nothing we need up there. You know an awful a lot. You catch the flicker of curiosity in his eyes, and tension seizes your chest. Memories flash too fast, block them out. Your father's gruff laugh echoing off the walls, the smell of burning wood from the old stove, the sound of men joking, slapping each other on the back. The ache you have kept buried for so long sharpens, settling like a stone in your chest. I came here a lot when I was younger. You keep your voice flat, but Leon's gaze narrows. He as thought he can see straight through the wall you're trying to put up. He's not stupid, he knows there's more than you're saying. For a moment, his brow furrows, his expression softening just enough that it makes you uneasy. Damn, my voice is really killing me. I chose the wrong day to record this. You can feel him weighing his words, like he's considering saying something kind, something that might crack through the armor you have built around yourself. If this place means something to you, we can... Don't. Your voice comes out sharper than you intended, cutting him off before he can finish. You don't care. The last thing you need is him poking around the parts that aren't his business. Leon's jaw tightens, his mouth pressing into a thin line. For a moment he looks at you, an unreadable expression in his eyes. Finally he gives a short nod, clearly deciding to drop it. Fine. The word lands heavy between you, thickening the silence. You can feel the distance growing, as if both of you are retreating behind invisible walls, mirroring each other's defenses. Quiet stretches, taut with unspoken things neither you are willing to acknowledge. At least Leon jerks his head towards the staircase, his voice cold and brisk. We should check the second floor too. Could be more supplies up there. The structure's a mess. It's better if we stick to the first floor. Make sure we don't miss anything. His eyes narrow. He stands firm, as if sticking his heels to just challenge you. That's exactly why we should go up. The town folks probably haven't searched there. It might be worth the risk. The frustration coils tighter in your chest, the weight of memories pressing down like lead. You want to tell him to back off, to stay out of places he doesn't belong. But the stubborn set of his jaw mirrors your own. You know he's not going to back down. I feel like we should stay down here. I feel like up there might be something dangerous. So as a Pisces, I always follow my gut. So I'm gonna do this in the video game as well. No, I know this place. If there's anything left, it will be on here on the first floor. Leon lets out a sigh, clearly annoyed. You sure you're just not being stubborn? Help him look or don't. Your call. You don't wait for him to argue, already scanning through, checking through the lockers and overturned shelves. It's slow work. You can feel Leon's impatience radiating off him. Every so often he glances towards the stairs, clearly itching to go up. Minutes drag by. You're starting to wonder if he might be right, but then, behind a pile of fallen cabinets, you find a stash of masks tucked away in an old duffel bag. You pull it out, a strange sense of relief setting over you. As you unzip the bag, a small slip of paper falls out, a note, yellowed and creased. You unfold it slowly, recognize the familiar, rough handwriting immediately. It's from your father. Actually, I'm thinking if upstairs we would have found something more character development that would have brought us closer together with Leon, but oh well. We also got this note right now, so I guess we are fine. In case you ever need it, sweetheart, I hope you're long gone by the time anyone finds this. Live a good life somewhere else. You swallow hard, a lump forming in your throat. Leon still looks scanning through, obviously. For a second you consider showing him the note, sharing that piece of yourself, just this once. But then the walls come back up, solid and unyielding. You fold the paper and slip it into your pocket. Leon's voice breaks through the quiet. Find anything? Yeah, found some masks, like I said we would. You hold them up, forcing your voice to stay steady, as if nothing just happened. He nods, satisfied, and gestures towards the exit. Good, then let's get out of here. You follow him out of the station, leaving behind the memories and the ghosts that cling to this place like shadows. The silence between you is as heavy as ever, and though a walk side by side, you feel miles apart. Fuck, did I did the wrong choice? Are we not gonna get the sexy times? Leon's part of you. By the time they reach her house, the sky has deepened to a dark, heavy blue, and evening chill has settled around them. She stops abruptly at her door, noticing a bloody note tacked to the wood, a smudge of crimson smeared across the words. She reads it with scoff, crumbles it in her hand, and tosses it aside with a second thought. Leon glances down, catching the streak of ink mixed with dried blood. What does it say? She gives a dry, humorless laugh. One of the town's leaders is warning me off, saying I have killed too many of their precious creatures. They don't like the balance being disrupted. She shrugs, an edge of bitterness in her voice. They have tried to stop me before, nothing new. So wait, they are like human moth hybrids, but they can still think like humans and send you messages and they know where you live, but they're not gonna come here to kill you in your own house, but they send you messages. It makes no sense. So they just send you messages. Back off, bitch. And not like, ambush you in your own house, try to kill you? I don't get it. Aren't they going to come after you for that? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Let them try. Her tone is sharp, edged with wariness that speaks of a repetition. If they do, I have other hideouts. She pushes the door open, stepping inside without looking back. Leon follows, and the place hits him like a wall, a strange, stifling mix of mothballs and blend oils. The windows sealed tightly, curtains drawn to block out any stray pheromones. As she moves through the small space, her movements are precise, each step purpose-driven. She glides over to a concealed compartment in the floor, pulls it open, and retrieves a gallon of fuel, refilling a flamethrower with a practiced hand. She doesn't spare him a glance, acting as he were just another fixture in the room, an afterthought. Leon watches her, seeing himself reflected in her harsh routines, the methodical way she checks every corner. Every movement screams survival, but it's more than that. She's wrapped herself in layers of armor, bound tight by invisible barbed wire, keeping the world at arm's length. He's worn that same armor himself, felt the sting of each barb, and he knows how hard it is to let anyone get close. My point of view, okay? Are we gonna have a heart-to-heart talk with Leon? You sit on a warm chair, focusing on tending your wounds, cleaning and wrapping them with quick, experienced movements. Leon is scanning your space, his eyes drawn to a small cluster of faded photographs on shelf. His fingers hover over one of them, hesitating. When did this all start? You keep your eyes on your wound, tightening the bandage just a little too hard. 3 years ago. A pause, then you add, almost as if forcing yourself to speak. The creatures have been around as long as I can remember. They take a few people each month, and no one would care, unless it was family. Just some old folklore, a story to scare kids into staying inside after dark. You take a breath, fighting down the memories clawing their way up. But when the lab shut down, everything changed. They came every night like clockwork, taking anyone outside the dark. Anyone who didn't make it inside was gone by morning. Now it seems they hunt whenever they need to, and it helps that the townspeople offer them sacrifices every week without fail. The room goes silent, the words hanging in the air like shadow. You brace yourself for him to ask about the people in the photos, about your family, about the ones you lost. But instead his voice is quieter, weighted with something you can't quite place. Why didn't you leave? You freeze, and still on bandages. You don't answer right away, letting his question settle into the silence. Then you resume tending your wound, though your voice is flat and controlled. I made a promise. I'm not leaving until every last one of those things is dead. No point in a promise if you're not around here to see it through. He nods towards the wounds you have earned along the way, and you roll your eyes. Spare me the lecture. Someone had to fight. It just ended up being me. He steps closer, and your body goes rigid, uninstinctively pulling back. But he holds out small tin, something herbal and punched with mix of earthy scents, lavender and other sharper herbs. What is this? For injuries. Works wonders. Hesitantly, you take it, your eyes never leaving his. You study him for a beat, finally breaking the silence. Who exactly are you? He looks at you, his expression unreadable, a flicker of something cautious before he answers. Government agent. It makes sense now. He's calm in the face of the creatures, the way he handled himself during the day, but that doesn't help explain everything. You said you were trained for this kind of situation. How many times have you dealt with things like this? Too many. He sighs. For a moment his face softens, his guard slipping just enough for you to catch a glimpse of something deeper. I was a rookie cop the first time it happened. I had to learn the hard way, and afterwards I didn't exactly have a choice. For a brief second you see something raw in his eyes, something that feels uncomfortably close to your own reflection. You didn't have a choice either, not in any of this. Why didn't you leave? Surprise flickers across his face. For an instant you catch a glimpse of something like pain. It's not that simple. You think you might finally get something real out of him, a piece of truth to hold on to, but then, just as quickly, his walls snap back into place. And someone has to fight. It just ended up being me. You let out a hollow chuckle, but stop yourself before it fully escapes. You can't afford to get comfortable around him. Even if he doesn't seem like a threat now, you remind yourself that he's just another outsider. For all you know, he's only being nice to get under your skin, to make you lower your guard, only to leave like everyone else has. You shove the tin of herbal medicine back at him, a bit more forcefully than necessary. Here, agent, you'll need it more than me. He looks down at it, raising an eyebrow as he takes it back, his expression somewhere between amused and unimpressed. Your reckless confidence is almost charming. Aha! Finally we get to this part where we can fuck. I could say the same to you. Oh, I would say this. Careful, don't fall in love. Don't worry, not happening. Good. You settle onto the couch, lying down with half an eye on the door, the other on Leon, who sits a few feet away with his back to the wall, quietly disassembling and cleaning his guns. Your eyes close, but your mind stays alert, every creak of the old house keeping you tethered to consciousness. It isn't just the threats outside that keep you awake, it's the stranger sharing your space, the one person who could throw everything you have worked for into chaos. Sleep, I'll take first watch. You start to protest, but he cuts you off with a steady look. If we're going to be a team, you need to trust me. You don't respond, but you allow yourself to sink into a light, restless sleep, your senses half tuned to the sounds of the night. The hours stretch on, the room clothed in heavy silence, and yet, with Leon there, for the first time in months, it doesn't feel quite as suffocating. Despite the friction, the guarded words, the walls you both refuse to lower, his presence makes the silence feel just a little less unbearable. So we actually get to sleep. Hooray! Is he cooking me breakfast? Oh my god. You wake up to the sound of soft clattering in the kitchen. Your muscles are stiff, your body is still in high alert, but as you blink your eyes open, the scent of something cooking hits your senses. Something you haven't smelled in a long time. You sit up, rubbing the sleep from your eyes. The morning light filters through the cracked window, casting muted shadows across the room. I kinda low-key was expecting him to like have a maid outfit or something while he was cooking. I don't know why I had that thought in my head. When you finally focus, you see him, Leon, standing by the stove. Leon! Frying something in the pan, his back turned to you. What are you doing? Who said you could touch my stuff? Leon doesn't even turn around. His shoulders shift slightly, as if brushing off your comment. Good morning to you too. You walk over, eyeing the state of your kitchen. You're making a mess. A little mess never killed anyone, unlike other things around here. You're welcome, by the way. You cross your arms, leaning against the wall. Grateful, sure, but nowhere are you going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that. I didn't ask you to cook. He plates the food and sets it down to the table, gesturing to it with a casual wave. You eye the meal with narrow eyes, suspicious but intrigued. Leon shrugs. Dig in or don't, more for me. You sit down reluctantly, glancing the food, simple but warm. The smell is actually kind of nice, though you'd never admit that either. It's better than anything you've had in a while. You pick up a fork, stabbing into the food without much ceremony, but you're already feeling a little less irritated. Where are we going today? You ask, trying to steer the conversation back to something practical, something that doesn't feel domestic. Leon sits across from you, shrugging as he eats. Your call. Well, we're going to the church. Wait, what was at the construction site? I forgot. But we are going to the church. The church door is locked and won't budge, so you and Leon find an open window, pushing aside scattered debris as you climb inside. Wow, that's cool. The smell hits you immediately. Thick decay clinging to the air like a warning. Your stomach twists. The interior is in disarray. Overturned pews, shattered glass littering the floor, dried bloodstains smeared on the walls. Near the altar, bones and tattered clothing lie in a haphazard pile, some looking fresher than others. A chill runs down your spine. Have some townfolk been using this place for sacrifices? Moving cautiously, you search the area for any sign of keycard. Over there, he points to a white lab coat hanging on a railing on a wooden balcony near the old church organ. A skeleton slumps over in a twisted, unnatural position. Guess he didn't find salvation after all. God damn with these one-liners, Leon! You roll your eyes, not even trying to hide exasperation. You've got a weird sense of humor, you know that? Keeps things interesting, not everyone appreciates it. Oh, look at that smirk. He knows what he's doing, and it's working. Ka-chow! I can't imagine why. I'll go get the keycard. Wait here. It could be dangerous. Stay here and keep watch. I can't tell if you're being chivalrous or you think that I'm incompetent. I'll let you figure out that yourself. You're insufferable. Hee. It's part of my charm. Oh my god, guys! Guys! Stop flirting, I'm right here. Get a room. Not in this fuck-ass church, but somewhere else. Oh, so that's why you call being a pain in the ass? Your voice echoes loudly in the empty church, the bickering ringing through the silence. Then a sound interrupts, a sound you know too well. The hairs on the back of your neck prick up. Oh, shit. You hadn't expected them here and didn't bring up any masks. Desperate, you search the room for cover. Why wouldn't you bring your masks everywhere you go? That's what I would do. Spotting a confession booth in the corner. Oh! Are we gonna do 7 minutes in heaven? Oh my god. You and Leon make a break for it, nearly colliding as both of you try to slip inside. Get in. You cram inside, dropping your flamethrower on the ground to make an escape. Oh no! You dig into your jacket, pulling out a packet of mothballs and scattering them on the floor. The toxic scent should mask your presence, at least for now. As the door closes, 5 creatures emerge from the shadows. They move slowly, lumbering, their steps heavy and sluggish in the dim light. Thankfully, it's not night and they didn't see you. Otherwise, there would be full hunt mode, releasing pheromones that would spell your end. The booth is impossibly small. The air thick with dust and the faint scent of mothballs. You're pressed against Leon, your back to his chest, with barely enough room to breathe, let alone move. Leon. Okay, now it's sexy time. No, sexy time. No. It's very dangerous. Yeah. His body is warm, his chest rising and falling in sync with yours, every shift of his muscles against you making it impossible to ignore him. He leans over you, seemingly almost protective. Leon! The idea stirs something uncomfortable within you and you push against him. It's like, oh! Hope you're comfortable, because I'm not. Leon chuckles softly, the sound vibrating against your back, his breath tickling your ear. Oh, I'm perfectly comfortable. If you weren't so tense, you might be too. You shoot him a glare over your shoulder, but it's hard to look menacing when your faces are inches apart, your lips almost brushing his cheek. Oh! Could you at least try not to breathe down my neck? Not that much of a choice in here, besides you don't seem to mind. Why is Leon flirting so much? Is he actually this flirty? With Ada? I don't remember. Your pulse quickens, irritation mingling with a stubborn, unwanted awareness of him. An unwanted horniness. Gotcha! Which is very much welcomed. I don't know what these sound effects are. You open your mouth to respond, but before you can, his hand covers your lips, silencing as a low, snarling noise fills the air. Instantly, both of you go still, barely daring to breathe as one of the creatures stops just outside the booth. It's wet. Yeah, I'm wet as well. No. It's wet. Wheezing breaths seep through the cracks. filling the small space with tension as thick as the dust. You hold your breath, the feel of his hand on your mouth and his body pressed tightly against yours, sending your senses into overdrive. It's too much, the heat of his skin, the weight of his arm braced against you, the low hum of his breath against your ear. You can't tell if it's the danger or the closeness that makes your heart pound harder, but either way, you're on edge. The creature pauses, sniffling. It must have picked up the mothball scent. With a snort, it turns and lumbers up the other side of the room with others. You will need to ambush them to get out. Leon slowly removes his hand, his fingers brushing against your lips before he pulls away completely. What the fuck? I'll lure them. You grab the keycard. We get out. No, we have to kill them all. Leon's hand hovers near your waist, his tone soft but firm. Not right now. We're getting out of here first. I'm with Leon on this one, okay? Girl, you have had your way for too many times. I think we need to listen to Leon. You give a reluctant nod. Leon slowly opens the door and slips out, barring the creatures to draw their attention. They shriek, lumbering after him, their heavy footsteps echoing in the cavernous chairs. With them distracted, he raises his gun, aiming at the lab coat hanging on the balcony. He fires, the coat tumbles down, the keycard slipping free. You dart forward, grabbing your guard as the creature catches sight of you. Their shriek intensity filling the air with an urgent menacing sound. Heart pounding, you sprint to the window, reaching it just as Leon climbs through. He extends a hand, helping you up as the creature closes in. At the last moment, he fires a shot above the window, dislodging a heavy beam. It crashes down, sailing the creatures inside. Their frustrated snarls fade as you both step back, catching their breath. Whew! We did it! Right to the sunset. Leon glances at you, a smirk tugging at his lips. Also, where did my flamethrower? Did we leave it there? Do I have another flamethrower? See, that wasn't so hard, was it? Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Just admit, my idea was good. Never. A hint of a smile escapes, and you quickly turn away, heading towards his bike. Come on, let's go before the town folk show up. We survived another day, now is Leon's point of view. The ride back to her place is shrouded in the rich, amber glow of setting sun, casting long shadows across the path. Also, I have been playing this for over an hour, and this demo is really long. I don't know how long the actual game is, but this feels like an actual game and not just a demo for the game. Leon tries to focus on the road, but it's hard to ignore the warmth of her thighs pressured against him. Ayo, what the fuck? The way her grip tightens every time they hit a bump. She's distracting, infuriating, impossible to ignore way. As they near her place, he spots a small group gathered on a street corner, their voices low but thick with tension. She taps his shoulder, signaling for him to stop. They both listen, half hidden in the deepening shadows. But wait, why can't these creatures hear a motorcycle? Because motorcycle is very loud, to be honest. Buddies in the forest. She started again. She needs to be stopped. Leon's gaze shifts, taking in the bruises and the scars wrapped around the group's wrists, legs, and even their necks. Dark marks that look like chains binding them to something unseen. She'll get what she deserves soon. He glances back at her. She rolls her eyes, acting unfazed by the words. But he doesn't miss the way her hands clench the handles by the bike seat, knuckles turning white. Eventually the group disperses, and Leon nudges the bike forward, guiding it through the empty streets as dusk descends around them. Silence stretches between them, thick and charged, until he breaks it. What's with the scars? She's quiet for a moment, gaze fixed on the road ahead, her voice dropping a low, almost resignate tone. They tie themselves down while they breathe in the creature's scent. It keeps them from wandering into the woods and getting killed, but the aphrodisiac effect still lingers. They're too far gone, all of them. A shiver runs down his spine. Unexpected and unwelcome, he decides to shift the mood. Well, it seems you're pretty popular around here. She huffs, as if shaking off the weight of the conversation. I'm the most popular in town. Get your facts right. He accelerates the bike, jolting it forward as they weave through the empty streets. Her arms instinctively wrap around his waist, pressing her body firmly against his back. Glancing over his shoulder, he smirks. You better hold on, Miss Popular. Okay. I'll hold on, alright, just tight enough to choke you out. She pinches his side hard, and he fakes a yelp of pain through the grin, catching a smile in her voice. At least he managed to break through her walls, even just for a moment. My point of view? You sit on the floor, turning your focus to your bandages. Leon managed to lift the mood a little on the right back, but the heaviness still lingers. Sadness twists in your gut as you remember the faces of town folk you once knew, people who had welcomed you, people whose stores you'd visited, whose homes you'd see with your family. Now they're hollow, driven only by urge to kill you. The memory hits harder than you would like. You reach for a spot on your back where an old wound has started to ache. Maybe you have opened up again. But you can't reach it. Cursing slowly, you drop your hand, feeling both exhausted and helpless. Leon moves closer, crouching behind you. His face is unreadable, as his face shifts to your wounds, something unspoken flickering in his eyes. Can I? Yes. Yes, you can, Leon. You hesitate. That mix of bone-deep exhaustion and something deeper, something harder to name, unsettling you, but after a beat, you nod. His hand moves to your back, the press of his fingers steady and careful. The touch is firm, yet gentle. You feel the warmth of his fingertips, the weight of his focus, and you flinch, unprepared for the unexpected tenderness. A lump rises in your throat, and you realize that it's been years since anyone has touched you like this. With such care. Now, it hits you harder than any wound could. Did it hurt? No. You keep your gaze fixed ahead, focusing on the sharp, earthy smell of the herbs rather than the heat of his hands to your skin. It's impossible to ignore him completely. He asks where your spare gauze is, and you mumble its location, barely aware of the words leaving your mouth. When he finishes, his thumb lingers, grazing over your skin as if he can't quite bring himself to let go. Oh my god, getting romantical, guys! Your pulse races, an involuntary reaction you're certain he feels under his fingertips. The realization snaps you out of it, and you push yourself up quickly, turning to face him. Took you long enough? What does that mean? I might just thank him. Be a little bit softy, you know. Thank. The words die in your lips as you catch sight of him. A half-formed laugh bubbling up instead. Leon tilts his head, confused. What? What happened? His hair is tangled with cobwebs and bits of dust, probably from when he reached up for the gauze. You try to hold back your amusement, but it's impossible. Nothing, Spider Boy. Okay, that's lame. Lame as fuck. Leon's hand immediately goes to his head, fingers brushing through his hair. Perfect. Just the look I was going for. Yawned and cheek. What the fuck? Low-key cringe dialogue. Cringe! Your laughter spills over, breaking the silence. There's too much webbing, and he can't seem to clear it. No, idiot. Here, let me do it. Oh, music change. He goes still as you reach for him, fingers working carefully through the strands of his beautiful, perfect blonde hair. Oh! The room falls quiet again, the silence thickening around you as you pick out each bit of webbing. His breathing slows, deepens, and when your fingers brush against his scalp, you feel his chest rise, a slight hitch in his breath. You keep moving, but there's a strange awareness between you. Heightened focus in each movement, each accidental brush of your fingers. For a moment, he lifts his eyes, meeting yours. They're darker, softer, watching you with an intensity that makes your heart skip. You can feel the warmth of him, smell a faint scent of gunpowder and leather that clings to him. And when his gaze drops to your mouth, he lets out a breath. Small, almost soundless, but heavy. Oh, what is happening? His shoulders tense, like he's holding himself back. Oh. Fighting some internal battle. It's okay, Leon. Just kiss me. Ah. Your pulse hammers, your fingers pausing his hair, frozen by the realization that his hand is hovering close to your waist, close enough that you feel its warmth even without the touch. The moment stretches something. Oh my god! The moment stretches something electric in the air between you both, your breath mingling in the charts quiet. I'm not gonna pull back. I'm just gonna wait. You pause, holding his gaze for a second longer, the air thickening between you. Leon shifts, blinking as if breaking a spell, then shakes his head, taking a half step back, his eyes darting everywhere but at you. He's blushing as well, oh my god. Leon, it's fine, let's make out. You clear your throat, hoping he can't hear the faint tremor in it. I'll take the first watch tonight, you should rest. He watches you almost like he's about to argue, but something in your expression or maybe in his own exhaustion stops him. He gives a small, reluctant nod, then settles down on the couch. You watch as he finally lets his card drop, even for only a moment, his shoulders relaxing into the couch as his eyes fall shut. You glance down at your fingers, the tingle lingering. Why was that so funny? The tingle lingering, reminding you of the warmth that's still caught between you both. It's getting romantic, it's getting hot in here, so take off your clothes. The warmth of the sunset fades slowly, casting the room in muted shadows, soft and heavy. You settle onto the floor, flamethrower. Okay, we have our flamethrower. In hand, half alert to every shift, every quiet sound from where Leon sleeps. Despite the pull of exhaustion, you resist, staying alert, eyes sharp as you keep watch. Just as your mind begins to drift, choked sound pierces the silence, half muffled yet unmistakable. Leon stirs restlessly, his face twisted in dim light, caught in the throes of whatever nightmares hunt him. The faint, pained sounds feel like a punch to the chest, striking too close, you can't bear it. Without thinking, you cross the room, sitting beside him, and place a hand on his shoulder, gently shaking him awake. Leon, wake up. Leon! Leon, wake up! Why is he blushing? His eyes fly open, wide and unfocused, his gaze meeting yours, a mix of fear and confusion. His breath is uneven, and for a moment he doesn't move, he doesn't speak, as though he's still trapped somewhere else. Slowly his gaze sharpens, taking in the familiar surroundings. He rubs a shaking hand over his face, his forehead damp with sweat. A faint shiver runs through him. You're unused to offering comfort, unfamiliar with the vulnerability of it, but you remember small distant gestures, how your parents would hold you, ground you when the night grew too dark. It's over now, you're safe. Maybe this one. Just focus on my voice. He blinks, his gaze flicking to you as grounding himself to your presence. The wildness in his eyes fades slightly. Acting on instinct, you lean in closer, your hand lingering on his shoulder. His body shifts towards you, unconsciously seeking out warmth and steadiness. He presses closer, his hand finding its way to the small of your back, his fingers flexing as if searching for something solid to hold on to. It's too much. I know. I don't know what scares me more, the things I've seen or the idea that this might be the rest of my life. I barely remember what normal even feels like. Without thinking, you pull him in tighter, committing the feel of his warmth and the steady press of his weight against your memory. I get it, I wish I didn't, but I do. He hums softly, a sound halfway between relief and resignation, his tension melting as he lets himself lean into you. His breathing steadies for a moment. The two of you are wrapped in a shared silence, the kind that feels less empty and more whole. You start to imagine, just for a second, what a life like this would be, where these quiet, stolen moments aren't so rare, where his touch isn't fleeting. Already? What, have we known each other for like 2 days? But yeah, trauma bonding, I guess. Then, as if sensing that shift, he abruptly pulls back. His gaze drops and he clears his throat, a barrier rising again between you two. Thanks. I'll keep watch now. I won't be able to fall asleep anyway. He rises to his feet, stepping toward to the kitchen, but not before you catch a brief flicker in his eyes, a look that mirrors the feeling still lingering on your skin, the strange, subtle ache left by his warmth. Silently you take his spot on the couch, your mind spinning, replaying the warmth, the closeness, the way he'd held onto you for that brief, charged moment. You know rest won't come easily tonight. Leon's part of you? Yeah. He watches her as she sleeps, her face softened in the quiet peace of it. The comfort between them tonight had been good. Too good. Unnervingly so. He shouldn't let himself get so attached. He knows better than anyone how quickly trauma binds people. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Trauma bonding. Weaving fragile connections from shared pain. But soon he'll be gone. Off to fight some other nightmare in some other cursed place. She can still have a life after this. Something steady, something real, something he gave up long time ago. It's too late for him. He's been carrying this weight for far too long to think he could ever put it down. The idea of a future, of a life beyond the fight, hovers in the back of his mind like a cruel joke, something he refuses to reach for. He won't let himself hope for anything beyond survival. Hope is dangerous, he can't afford it. Damn, Leon, you broke. And now we wake up and Leon is not there. You wake up to the soft light of early morning filtering through the sealed windows, a quiet stillness hanging in the air. For a moment you let yourself lie there, gathering the fractured pieces of last night in your mind. His warmth, the way he'd lean into your embrace before pulling away. The echo of it lingers, a faint ache that tightens in your chest. But when you finally sit up, any trace of that moment is gone. Oh, he's still there. Leon stands near the door, his back to you as he checks his gear. His movements sharp and efficient, a steely resolve masking any vulnerability he'd shown. He doesn't look at you, doesn't even acknowledge your presence as you rise. The contrast is jarring, the memory of last night's closeness dissolving into the cold distance of his posture. Breakfast is on the table. Eat, we need to move. You frown, an edge of frustration tugging at you. His tone is clipped, his eyes hard as he straps on his gear, every action radiating an almost palpable wall of distance. It's as if he's put up another layer of armor overnight, shutting you out entirely. Good morning to you too, bitch. He pauses, and for a split second you catch a flicker of something almost guilty on his face. But it's gone as quickly as it appears, his gaze hardening as he turns back to his gear. How do you feel? Fine. Don't get the wrong idea about yesterday. Damn, no need to be so upset. His words sting, colder than you expected. You glare, refusing to let him see how much they affect you. Same, it didn't mean anything. You're still insufferable. I fucking hate your ass, Leon. Your sexy, beautiful ass and abs. Good. Good. You square your shoulders, swallowing down your own frustration as you gather your things, each movement pointed and deliberate. After last night, this cold detachment feels like a slap, a calculated retreat back into distance. One more stop, then you're nearly free of this hellhole and everyone in it, right? He glances at you, his jaw tightening as he holds back a response. For a second you wonder if he'll soft, but his face stays set, a mask of indifference. Right. It's a dismissal, plain and simple. You force yourself to look unfazed as you gulp down the breakfast he prepared, refusing to let him see how much his sudden shift has gotten under your skin. The silence between you is thick and heavy, each of you moving with determination that borders on anger. You spend part of the day loading up for fuel and making preparations. You barely speak, and when you do, it's clipped, cold, a silent truce at best. So, where are we now? Construction site. Okay. The construction site looks the same as you remember. Rusting metal frames, cracked concrete, and piles of debris waiting to collapse at any time. A maze of danger even before the creature started to roam. So why are we here? I forgot. Because we got the keycard in the church and the mask in the fire station, but what are we here for? Is this like their lair or something? You've gotten most of the explosives out over the years, but there were always few crates in the place that too risky to reach on your own. Okay, so we're getting more ammunition here. Maybe now, with Leon's help, you can finally grab the rest. You lead him through the site. You feel the weight of his gaze scanning the area, always sensing, always alert. He moves like a trained agent, calculated, confident. He makes it all look so easy, like he's strolling through a park instead of Kolb's death trap. Then voices echo through the steel beams, faint but unmistakable. You and Leon freeze at the same time. We need to clear all this junk out. She's still using these damn explosives. I don't know where she keeps finding more of them. Shit. You can't see them, but you can hear their footsteps crunching through the rubble. Too many of them to handle head on. Tension coils in your gut as you look at Leon, who's already watching you with that annoyingly calm expression. That annoyingly calm, hot expression. Oh. If we want to search the place, we need to get rid of them. Or we could just sneak past them. You shoot him a withering glance, voice dripping with sarcasm. Yeah, because that worked so well for me in the past. These people aren't exactly blind, Leon. Getting them to leave is safer. Sneaking past them is smarter. Less chance of getting caught. Do I need to choose? Fuck. Actually, I don't know which one I should choose. Because I feel like last time, when we fought them in the church, we didn't do any damage, really, because the bullets don't work, but fired us. I'm just afraid that I'm gonna die. I don't know, I kind of feel like the sneaking past is better option. Fuck it, sneak past, I guess. You let out a frustrated sigh, but relent. Fine, let's do it your way this time. You both crouch low, moving quietly through the site. Leon takes the lead, his movements smooth and silent. You follow, every muscle tense, hyper aware of the town folk patrolling nearby. The faint sound of their voices is a constant reminder of the danger. For any moment you can almost feel his confidence seeping into you, steadying your own steps. After what feels like forever, you reach the cluster of crates. You start rummaging through them as quietly as possible, but they're empty. You glance at Leon, frustration simmering. Searching stealthily will take too long. Then a voice shatters the silence. Who's there? Stop right there! Fuck. We got caught anyway. Your heart lurches. What is lurches? And before you can even process the words, gunshots ring out, echoing through the crumbling site. You and Leon bolt, adrenaline flooding your veins as scrambled over broken concrete and piles of rusted metal. Shouts chase after you, growing louder, closer. You stumble, Leon's hand shoots out, gripping your arm and pulling you up just in time, keeping you from face planting into a pile of debris. Finally, you manage to lose them, ducking into a quieter, hidden section of the construction site. Once you're clear, you pull your arm free, winching as a sharp pain flares up your leg. Great plan, Leon. Real smooth. He barely glances at you, his expression distant, detached. The indifference only makes your anger simmer hotter, but you swallow it down, focusing on the task at hand. The two of you search the crates nearby, working quickly. After a few minutes, your hand finally lands on a stash of explosives. You lift it with a sigh of relief, but part of you wonders if it will be enough. Also, girl, if you have been doing this for 3 years and you always come here to get more explosives, I understand that you're a civilian, but I guess at some point you should learn how to make your own explosives. You move to a different crate and try to pry it open. Let me. I can do it. I know, I just don't want you to get hurt. You give him a skeptical look, arching an eyebrow. What's your deal? Either you care about me and my well-being or don't. Make up your mind. He hesitates, his gaze shifting slightly, and for a moment he looks almost guilty. It's complicated. Of course it is. With a sigh, you step aside, letting him take over. Oh! Oh, girl! Look at that! But in his eagerness, his shirt snags on a jagged piece of metal jutting from the gate, tearing down one side the exposed strip of bare skin. You can't help the smirk that tugs at your lips. Nice one, Agent. He looks down at the ruined shirt, unimpressed. Just what I needed. You turn back to the explosives. I skipped accidentally. I pressed the get rid. Why are you taking your shirt off suddenly? But when you glance over, he's shredding off the shirt entirely, leaving his upper body bare, every line of muscle and scar exposed to the dim light. I don't see any scars. I only see... For a second you're caught off guard, your eyes lingering on the hard planes of his chest and the subtle movement of his shoulders. You force yourself to look away, jaw clenched, but he notices, and he's clearly not letting you off the hook. Didn't think you'd get distracted that easily. You clench your jaw, willing your ball. I am too distracted to read. Because the text is right there. The text is right there somewhere, you know. I'm just wondering if you plan on starting around that like that. We're here for supplies, not a show. He chuckles, tossing the torn shirt aside with a smirk. As much as you love that, I've got a spare on my bike. Also, the shirt didn't like get ruined that much, so you actually didn't need to take off the whole shirt, you know? But, you know, I don't really mind. Unless, of course, you want me to stay like this. Obviously I do. Without missing a beat, you raise an eyebrow, leaning in just enough to make him hesitate. And what if I do? Exactly, girl, exactly. Oh, he's blushing. Why are we bantering here even though we are in danger? There's like moth creatures lurking around in every corner. We're just having this music going on and everything. He swallows, his playful facade slipping as you close the space between you two purposeful strides, your gaze holding his with a silent, unspoken challenge. What would you do, Leon? Obey. Ah! What is going on? What is going on? Leon, say please. His eyes widen slightly, his back pressing against the crate, caught between wanting to pull you closer and the tension thickened the air between you. What is happening? What is happening? His breath hitches for a moment. He's entirely at your mercy. His grace shifting down your lips before flicking. What? Why are we having this time outside in middle of danger? His answer written all over his face. I'd listen. Mitä vittua? His voice is rough, barely more than a whisper. You tilt your head, letting the silence linger, savoring the way his body tenses and his hands clench at his sides as he waits, where every muscle wound tight with anticipation. What is this? What is this demo? I didn't expect this in this fucking demo. What else would you do? You step closer, your breath ghosting over his cheek, your lips inches from his ear. Tell me. He hesitates, his gaze flickering between your eyes and lips, his voice thick with tension shimmering between you. Whatever you want. Is this like am I dreaming? Am I still sleeping? What is happening? Is this a wet dream? A shiver runs through him as he says it. His words carrying a silent, desperate plea. His breathing quickens, his body instinctively leaning toward you. His control unraveling one thread at a time. But you hold the distance, savoring his struggle to keep his composure. Also, I didn't realize Dion would be such a bottom. I mean, low-key makes sense. As you linger, each second stretching out, testing his resolve. Then tell me why you're pushing me away. He swallows hard, the conflict in his eyes deepening. It's better this way. Do you really think so? His jaw clenches, a flicker of vulnerability flashing across his face, the teetering on the edge, and you decide to tip him over. Well, I'm gonna do this, because that's what I would do. Your lips brush over his pulse, feeling the rapid beat under his skin. Then, with a slow deliberation, you let your teeth graze his neck, biting just hard enough to leave a faint red mark. What is happening? He sucks a sharp breath, his grip on the crate tightening, every line of his body going rigid as he holds back a groan. You take your time, marking his skin inch by inch, each spot of mark claim. His head tips back, exposing his throat and control he's holding onto slipping with every second. Okay guys, let's end the video here. I will have some private time with Leon. No, I'm kidding. Let's keep going. God, you're making this hard. His voice ragged, strained with barely contained desire. You pull back slightly, smirking as his gaze meets yours, filled with mixture of frustration and need. Ah! Answer me, Leon. Is it better this way? He's breathing heavily now, his chest rising and falling again against your hand. His eyes dark with battle raging inside him. He swallows, his voice barely steady. No. A spark of triumph flares in your chest, but you keep your composure, raising an eyebrow, issuing one last challenge. Then maybe I should let go for once. Oh, what is happening? And now we're back to the reality. For a split second, surprise flickers across his face, followed by a flash of determination. It's as if your words finally break the last of his restraint. With a roughness that sends a thrill through you, his hands find your waist, pulling you close. His lips crash against yours. Okay. Oh, I know I skipped that. I'm sorry. But then a faint noise sounds somewhere nearby. See? What the fuck? A soft scuffling, barely perceptible, but enough to cut through the haze. You pause, pulling back just enough to break the spell, and he's left with standing there, flushed, breathing hard, his eyes filled with mixture, embarrassment, and raw need. Raw need! Silently, he grabs the bag of supplies, his hands unsteady, his gaze shifting away from you with kind of reverence, and though he's trying to regain his composure. The tension between you lingers as you walk back to the bike. He steps slower than usual, as his weight of what has happened is pressing down on him. When you reach the bike, you climb behind him, wrapping your arms around his waist without a second thought. He stiffens, his muscles going taut beneath your touch, and slight flush creeps up his neck. You're close enough to sense every shift of his body, the tension he's still holding onto. What the hell? The engine roars to life as he drives off. You lean forward, resting your cheek against his back, feeling a steady heartbeat of his heart. A small, secretive smile plays on your lips, knowing full well that the memory of your touch of that kiss is something he won't be able to shake off easily. Okay, are we gonna have smexy times now that we are back in the house? You both make it back to the house, your bodies worn, yet buzzing with the lingering height of pleasure. You tell yourself to forget it, to push the memory aside, but it clings to you, refusing to fade. Oh, now you have a shirt on. Why do you have another shirt? Oh, it's still ripped, kinda. The two of you stand in the quiet small distance between you, but the tension is thick, like an unspoken pull drawing you back toward each other. Your eyes meet briefly before both of you look away, awkward and uncertain. The silence presses down, broken only by the sound of your breaths. You shift, trying to focus, but your mind keeps slipping back to him, hyper-aware of his presence, his closeness, the memory of his touch, still vivid in your mind. So, who gets the first watch? Neither of you are looking at each other as you step forward. You end up bumping into him, his hand moving instinctively to steady you, his grip firm and grounding. You glance up, your eyes flickering down his lips, your body reacting before your mind has the chance to catch up. We can decide later. Girl, we can both be awake for the whole night. You know? The tension in his voice mirrors your own. A hint of something more than just exhaustion or proximity. Your gaze settles on his mouth, and he hesitates only for a moment before leaning in, closing the space between you. Uh-huh. Your lips meet in a kiss that's hesitant at first, each of you testing the waters, as though unsure if it's okay to give in. But it deepens quickly, growing more urgent and shared hunger that flares up from the quiet. Leon pulls back, his eyes scanning through, a brief look of focus returning to his expression. We need to focus. Uh-huh. No, we're gonna continue, We're gonna continue. Shut the fuck up now. You don't pull back, neither does he. The kiss deepens, your breath mingling as the urgency builds, the tension stretching until it's almost unbearable. You press closer, feeling the heat radiate between you, but a faint noise breaks through the haze, a quiet shuffling sound from one of the back rooms. Why somebody gotta be here to cockblock me? Leon freezes, his head turning towards the noise, but it's too late. Shadow spills into the room. Townfolk's moving fast and silent. Before either of you can react, a rough hand grabs you from behind, dragging you backward as you struggle. Your lips caught in their grip. No! Fuck. I was too into the moment. Leon fights back, a flash of anger in his eyes, but he's overpowered too, forced to his knees beside you. When you regain consciousness, you're in a cage, cold iron pressing against your back. Your gaze darts around dimly lit clearing, only to see Leon lying across from you, staring, his expression clouded and disoriented. A figure steps forward, the leader of the townfolk, his eyes glinting with dark intent as he studies you both. I tried to reason with you, but you won't listen. So now, you'll see it, feel it. You push against the bars of the cage. Let us out! Soon you will be one of us. He disappears in the shadows, just as sickly sweet scent fills the air, thick and cloying. It seeps into your lungs, spreading through your body with heat warmth, fogging your thought, clouding your senses. Dread pulls in your stomach, you push against the bars again, desperation flooding you. But they hold fast, the unforgiving metal biting into your skin. Heat floods your veins, a flush crawling up your neck as every inch of you feels electrified, hypersensitive. You push against the bars, instinctively trying to get closer to the source of the scent, but the cage holds firm. Frustration and desire mixed, intensifying with every breath as the scent works its way through you, impossible to resist. Oh, Leon! Leon! Your gaze falls on Leon, and you see he's affected too, his body tense, shivering as he grips the bars, his chest heaving. His gaze meets yours, his eyes dark and filled with the same aching need. He fights it, jaw clenched, but you can see how it's only a matter of time before Pheromone overwhelms him completely. The primal urge to move, to feel, is consuming, and when the need to follow the creature finally subsides, a different heat takes its place, pulsing through you, desperate for release. Your body is too hot, every nerve straining, and you turn to Leon, feeling the pull of him, the closeness between you, and the only relief from the unbearable ache. You reach out, your hand finding his, and the shudders under your touch, his grip tightening as if holding on to you is the only thing keeping him grounded. What the fuck is happening? I can't take it anymore. I need you. Okay, are we gonna have a fucking orgy or something? You close the distance between you, succumbing to the pull, your mind hazy. In that moment, nothing else matters. Not the cage, not the watching eyes, not the twisted situation you find yourselves in. What the fuck? What the fuck? There's only you and him, lost in the heat that won't fade. Bad ending? The end? What? David! Oh my god, now I'm scared. A tape comes out of the TV. You grab it. You have a feeling you should give it to someone. Can I move? Oh. A box filled with VHS tapes. It's too dark to read what's written on them. So I think these are like the other tapes that the game creator has. Oh. What the fuck is happening? Ah. Oh hey, you're back. Come on, let's have a talk. You return the VHS to her. She smiles at you. Thanks, how was it? I hope you enjoyed the tape. We tried something different ingredients this time. What are these tapes? They allow to connect alternate universes. They are made with ingredients we gather on our travels like slow burn embers and cliché caramel. Which are you using next? I'm not sure yet. The crew members decide. The travel logs will be updated once the decision is made. Voting always happens at the beginning of the month, so if you want to take a part, join the crew. Oh yeah, that's I think they have like a Patreon, and then they put like votes that people can vote on what game they want next, and then they make it. So that's what it means. Sure thing, darling. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you. Oh. As you enter the temple, you're enveloped by the scent of incense, which wraps around you like a warm embrace. The air hums with electric energy and every corner seems to pulsate with the promise of passion, drawing you deeper in its embrace. Ah, yeah. Now I can offer stuff and see the full game. The smart gods grant you the preview. Oh my god. Not a sound. Eh? See, No, this is what I mean. Okay, so I'm just gonna end the demo here. It was fun. So basically the full game is just, you know, having that smut scene. And I think I already had my share of it. And I don't actually... I low-key don't want to see it visually. I like to read the thing and let my mind do the rest. So if you are into that and if you want to see it, go ahead and support them. Again, I will link the itch.io page down below. Anyway, I feel like the story is interesting enough and the tension is also interesting. I feel like it was maybe low-key a bit too fast. But again, with the trauma bonding and sexual arousal, I mean the sexual tension and everything like that, people do fuck from far less. Like they fuck from just looking at each other, so it's not too far-fetched, but maybe the story was a bit too fast to my liking. I do like a little bit of a slow burn, I guess. But yeah. I will want to play more, maybe the Love and Deep Space one, and maybe I will actually buy it. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.